Closed captioning for the Let's Dine Out show provided by Holiday Cafe, your neighborhood diner with 2 locations in Ontario and Mr. D's Diner in Laverne. Ready to satisfy your hunger and budget? Let's Dine Out is made possible by support from Food for Life Baking Company, makers of over 60 organic, all-natural sprouted baked goods, as well as gluten-free and vegan products. Food for Life Baking Company, dedicated to better health since 1964. Foodforlife.com. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, providing installation, maintenance, and repair of heating and air conditioning systems for home and businesses throughout the Inland Empire. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, 5-star comfort for 4 generations. Sanborn'sAC.com. And viewers like you, supporting local public television. Thank you.
I'm food critic Alan Borgen, member of the Southern California Restaurant Writers. I've been finding the best restaurants in the Inland Empire and Southern California for over 27 years. This is my job. This is my passion. Let's dine out. Welcome to another delicious edition of the Let's Dine Out show. I'm food critic Alan Borgen.
And I'm Trisha Jansen.
Tonight we're up in the mountains, and I'm not sure how we got here. It was GPS, but we're here, and we have some great food for you today. And what's on the menu?
First, we're off to Cedar Glen Malt Shop, just outside Lake Arrowhead, to indulge in some American food classics of the 50s. Then we continue our journey in the mountains to LouEddie's Pizza for some unique artisan pizzas you won't find anywhere else. So grab a jacket and get ready to eat. Community of Cedar Glen near Lake Arrowhead is an old-fashioned culinary blast from the past, the Cedar Glen Malt Shop, which has been open since 1946. Once inside, you'll find an old-fashioned soda counter with bar stools, along with 50s-themed tables, chairs, and decorations, and a small decorative jukebox which sets the tone for a trip back in time with burgers, sandwiches, and of course, luscious malts.
Okay, we're here at Cedar Glen Malt Shop. It's been here since 1946.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I'm freezing. But let's get into malts and hamburgers and all kinds of good stuff. So, first item, chili cheese fries, $5.95.
Now, you know I'm not a huge fan of loaded chili cheese fries. However, here at the Cedar Glen Malt Shop, they make their own fries. And I was really surprised that they do that. Fresh potatoes, cut up. Yum. So they season them after they fry them. They add chili. Now they don't make the chili, but it's a nice chili. It has beans in it and meat. It's very meaty. It's not too soupy. They add cheese. They melt it. Then we asked to add diced onions. It doesn't come that way, but we asked to have it that way. And it was delicious. It's very simple. And I think the key, honestly, is that they made fresh potato French fries for me.
I kind of disagree. I like the fries, but first of all, beans don't belong with chili fries as far as my... I just, that's a no-no, but it's okay. It is what it is. Back in 1946, that's the way they had it.
They didn't have those
so that's
rules.
The way it is. Yeah, and again, it's not fresh chili, but nonetheless, it was okay. I just don't like beans. That turns me off for chili fries. But,
yeah, it was okay.
Well,
it was all right.
Such is life. Next was a club sandwich. This was $7.95. This is a whopping sandwich. This is 3 slices of grilled sourdough bread. Then they put turkey and ham on it, lots of bacon. It's stacked up. Then it's brought to the next table area there, and then lettuce and tomatoes added to it, and they cut up in 4 pieces. This is one of the largest club sandwiches I've ever had, but more importantly than just size, it was delicious. I liked the quality of the meats, the ham, everything went together great. And one theme about this restaurant they do so well is bacon. Their bacon It's always crisp, and that's something. I
Yes.
mean, bacon is bacon, but sometimes it's lumpy
soggy
and
and
this is
limp.
great bacon. Really adds a lot to this sandwich.
I will agree. Next, we have the Low Rider Burger, $8.45. Now, we got this with a salad. You
From
can
that
get.
Cheech and Chong movie.
I know. I'm like Low Rider. Bum, 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 bum. You can get a side. You can get fries or a side salad. We did a side salad, and actually, it was good. I was kind of shocked at it. The salad was nice. This is a 3rd pound. It's not hand formed, but it kind of has that appearance of a hand formed burger. Really good ground beef burger. They char broil it here though. They don't do the flat top, which is kind of nice. So it has that really nice char flavor. This had mild Ortega chili, bacon, grilled onion, Swiss cheese, tomatoes, guacamole, red pepper flake, Thousand Island dressing, and some pickle. Really good. The flavors were great. They butter the bun, which is nice, and they kind of add a little char in the bun, which I think really adds to the flavor. Then they garnish the top with the chili, which I thought was a nice presentation. This had a nice kick to it. You know, the chili doesn't really have much of a kick, but the chili flake in it kind of gave it a little bit of heat. So I really liked this dish. It was very harmonious. Next, we have the Nomad Burger, $8.45. Now, I really think this dish should be named the Trisha Hamburger. Seriously. Okay, we had fries with this. I have to get that out of the way before I get too excited and I forget. Again, 3rd pound hamburger patty, char grilled. This has bacon, cheese, peanut butter, and we asked to have grape jelly on it. Now, it doesn't come with grape jelly.
But you can ask for it.
But we asked for it. We came and taste tested, and we thought, grape jelly would be great on that, and it was. This burger was about the best thing I think I've ever eaten. Seriously, it was so good. The peanut butter with the bacon, with the jelly, with the burger and the cheese. This was just delicious. I mean, I have happiness on a bun. That's what I'm going to call it.
But like any peanut butter and jelly sandwich, make sure you have a drink. I didn't have one near me.
Yeah.
I took 2 bites, I was in heaven, and then it hit me. I can't swallow this. But it was very good.
Yeah, if you like, it's all those memories of childhood, peanut butter and
Lots of
jelly.
flavors, I mean.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia on a bun, really. It's just so good.
Another hit, the Hudson Hornet, $8.45. This is, again, 1/3 beef patty. It's char-broiled. It had mushrooms. I believe they're canned mushrooms, but Swiss cheese, Thousand Island dressing, pickles, onions, lettuce, and tomato. We had an extra $1. We had soup with it. And I thought this is a nice burger. Simple, but all their burgers are substantial. These are nice burgers. They're juicy, well seasoned, and it's just a nice effort.
I agree. I wasn't expecting great things from their burgers here, but we were kind of here for the malts and kind of for the nostalgia. But the burgers, they had me at burger. Very exciting, yeah.
Now, the next one is another one they can call this the Allen burger. If you can have the other one.
Yes.
This is amazing. It's almost too good to be true. The Buick Roadmaster, $9.95. 2 beef patties, charbroiled. 2 slices American cheese. 4 slices extra crisp bacon. Lettuce, tomato, onions, dill pickles, Thousand Island dressing. This thing was gigantic. You really have to look at this and try to be you have to be a scientist to figure out how to eat this. It was so hard. After a while, you look it over, turn it over, you just got to go into it. Just got to grab it.
We managed. I saw it. I was there. I was your support. I was wiping your brow.
Well, it was
and
an
you
effort.
managed to devour that burger.
It was hard.
I didn't even get a taste of it. That's how much he devoured it.
Delicious burger. Now, this was extra great because it was more charbroiled than the other. So I would ask for it to be more charbroiled because it's almost like a backyard flavor.
Yeah, really good. And of course, we want to cover some assorted malts. They're about $3.95, and they have 11 flavors of ice cream typically, and they're Thrifty brand ice cream. They're just that kind of nostalgic, when you used to go to as a kid, you'd go and get ice cream.
When it was 10 cents.
When it was 10 cents. But hey, it's only $3.95. That's not too bad.
It was cheap.
So we came up with some different concoctions. The first one we did was a peanut butter malt, and so it's just peanut butter, vanilla ice cream, malt, a little bit of milk, blended up. I thought it was good. I love I love peanut butter. In hindsight, I think in chocolate would have been better. Just that chocolate peanut butter.
Extra peanut butter.
Well, that was my next thing. It needed more peanut butter.
Just more peanut butter.
Just in my opinion, yeah. And then second, we did a hot caramel swirl. So basically, they just do a regular vanilla shake or malt, and then they put the hot syrup on the outside of the glass, and it just kind of coats it.
Well, the inside of the outside.
Inside of the outside, that's right. So anyway, really good caramely flavor. If you like caramel, you'll love it. I know they do chocolate that way, and I think there's a few others you can get. There's endless concoctions, folks. Sky's the limit. We decided to do a root beer float just because it's nostalgic and everybody loves a root beer float. Delicious. Then we did a maraschino cherry and banana malt. So that was grenadine syrup with vanilla ice cream. They do about 6 maraschino cherries in there. a half a banana, some malt, a little bit of milk, and they blend it up, and then they top it with a little bit of the whipped cream, and then a little bit more of the grenadine syrup, and you know, I loved it. Chunks
I like
of cherry.
the chunks of the cherry.
Yeah, it was so good. You know, I think the cherry chocolate chip would have been good. You know, chunks of cherry with chocolate. Yeah. I'm coming up with all kinds of concoctions. And then we had the mother load. We had a banana split.
You know, it's been years since I've had one. And
me too.
I just can't believe, well, actually, I know why I didn't, because I into a diabetic coma and weigh 10,000 pounds. What a masterpiece.
$6. I mean, seriously, $6. Easily 3 people could share this. We did, it's 1 banana sliced lengthwise, 3 scoops of ice cream, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, but you could easily cater it to whatever you want. Pineapple syrup, chocolate syrup, and strawberry syrup, whipped cream, nuts, cherries, and jimmies. It was crazy.
It was you just want to look at it. I mean,
yeah.
It looked like it was too good to be true.
It's cute, yeah. It's not something I would normally order. It's just too much, but too many flavors going on.
This brought back a lot of memories because I, Mr. Food, used to be a soda jerk at Tiny Nailers. For those of you who are old enough, Tiny Nailers restaurant. So that was a long time ago. Now I'm just a jerk. But I remember making those, and it was fun. Those are really popular at that time.
Yeah, so you made those.
A long time ago.
And you did the malts and everything.
Everything.
Wow.
The hat and everything.
Oh boy, I would pay for a picture. Anybody have a picture out there in TV land? Email it to me.
Tiny Nailers. Those are the days. So. In terms of your favorites, well, I can almost name them, but what are yours?
That Nomad burger. I mean, seriously. Peanut butter, jelly, bacon, cheese. Oh my gosh, I can die and go to heaven now. I think the chili cheese fries. I mean, I agree with you. The chili wasn't the best, but I love the flavors. I think it's just because the fries were fresh. And it's the first chili cheese fries I really liked. And then I'm going to say, the LouEddie burger. I'm going to say the LouEddie.
You just like the name.
Dun, 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 dun,
dice
dun,
hanging down there.
Dun, 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 dun,
okay, for me, the club sandwich, easily. It was a great sandwich. The Nomad was excellent. And I like the Roadmaster. I mean, that was a big burger, and that's something that will fill you up for a long time. It's good food.
Weeks. Well, another great eating fest. You know, it was a fun day, great food. Great memories of coming up here as a teenager, and now we're off to LouEddie's Pizza in Skyforest for some delicious, delicious pizza.
And I hope our trainer Sandy's not watching. This isn't a pretty
This
day.
isn't pretty.
Housed in an old cabin built in 1923 in the community known as Skyforest, proudly stands LouEddie's Pizza Restaurant. Inside you'll discover a small rustic dining room along with a beautiful flame-burning pizza oven. Owner Lou York, along with her managers Jeff Michelson, Katie Plies, and Jules Holmes, are passionate about their creations and are dedicated to continue the legacy of the late owner, Eddie Hillary, and his love for pizza. The final stop in the mountain areas. You know, this is California. This is the mountains. From one day, from 1 hour to an hour to it changes. Guess what? It was snowing out there. You look outside, it was raining, and it was snowing, and probably the sun will come out right after that.
Yeah, the Flatlanders, we had no idea what to do, and of course we've got Alan in his Hawaiian shirt.
You know that old saying, you think positive, you'll be positive. Think warm, you'll be warm, but that doesn't work.
It was actually sunny earlier today, so it went sunny to snow to sleet. Anyway.
It's beautiful out here. And this place here is such an incredible little creation. I thought it was just a pizza little restaurant, big deal. There's so much more to it.
There is. They have a little community down here called Willow Woods, and it's just a charming little area. They do pizza weddings. Can you imagine doing a pizza wedding? If I get married again, I'm doing a pizza wedding. Sorry, honey.
They'll go out of business.
But I know they would. But it's just this charming area. You can walk around down there. They have little cabins that you can look at, and it's just really beautiful.
I love the rustic area, and it's part of history. You know, what is it, 1926? It was, or
27, I think.
27 was, whatever, a long time ago. But it's just a beautiful little place.
Yeah, and they have a new tavern downstairs. They're brewing their own beer, and so you can get the pizza upstairs and go down and have the beer. I mean, it's really all-encompassing. Everything's here. You got to come.
The other thing that impresses me is about the staff and the owner, Lou. Eddie, who is LDO, he passed away not too long ago.
Yes.
But you know something? He still lives here. The passion, all the people that work here, they're smiling. They seem happy. And it wasn't just for us.
I agree.
I mean, you could see the way they interact with each other. It's teamwork. And you know,
it's like a family. You can really feel it.
I never met Eddie, but that's what it sounds like he would be.
He's here.
So, yeah, he's here.
He's here.
He told us to eat, so we did.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, first thing we had was the LouEddie special, of course, $14.95. All these pizzas are, I believe, 12 inches.
12 inches.
12 inches.
Yep.
It's a pizza and pesto sauce first. It's made on the premises, and then mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, big, huge pieces of
Beautiful.
pepperoni, homemade sausage, fresh mushrooms. Let's see, caramelized onions and sopa pressata. Unbelievable pizza. I mean, it's a lot of meat, a lot of stuff, but what's nice about it is the grilled onions, they caramelize, so you got the sweet, you got the tangy, you got a little spice to it. I love their sausage, and just a nice pizza.
Really good. I love the flavor on this. I love the caramelized onions. You know, everything they do here is fresh. This is what sets them apart. The flavors here, everything is just perfection. You
Exactly.
know, from the dough to the sauces to the, they make their own sausage here. I mean, just
ricotta they make here.
yeah, everything is just so.
And the soups are wonderful. Also, they also do a gluten-free pizza here.
Yes.
So if you want, for those of you that need gluten-free products, you can make them here.
Absolutely. Next, we had Slide Peak. I feel like I need to go skiing. I would definitely slide down the hill. $14.95. This had the
No
tradition.
comments.
I know. I would roll, tumble. Pizza sauce, mozzarella, pepperoni, sopressata, homemade sausage, and smoked bacon. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is the epitome of meat lover pizza, which again is not usually my favorite, but the flavors in this. I just wrote, love the flavors. I mean, it was smoky, it was tangy. I absolutely love this pizza.
Also, what makes a good pizza, the whole foundation is not the sauce, but
It's the dough.
the pizza dough.
It's the dough.
Their pizza is flavorful, it's fluffy, it's crispy.
It is.
It's thin crust, and that's why I really like
Yeah,
this.
and I love that you say it's fluffy because it is. It's
It's a little
perfect.
doughy, but it's perfect.
It's crispy where it needs to be, and there's that nice char that I love. You know, I think you love it too.
Right.
That little bit of char.
Now, I've been called a pig many times, and I accept that as a compliment. But the next one is the best pig of all.
Yes, it's the Peking pig, $14.95. This is a homemade, house-made here hoisin sauce, mozzarella, pork belly, caramelized onions, pineapple, and then they top it when it comes out with wild arugula. You know, this is a very interesting flavor combination. It's definitely Asian in its flair, but it brings that profile of salty, sweet, savory to perfection. It
Well,
really does.
The pork belly is what does it.
Yeah.
That puts it over because it's got just enough fat on there.
Right.
Normally, I don't like pork belly because it tends to be real fatty. This wasn't, but it had enough to it to really add a whole substance to the pizza.
Well, and then the pineapple helps to kind of cut
Tangy,
that.
sweet,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Very nice. Next came the Tuscan, let's see.
Chicken.
Tuscan chicken, $15.95. I
a
get
long
excited
day.
with pizza. This is again homemade honey mustard on the dough
Sauce.
with mozzarella cheese, and then chicken breast, sliced tomatoes. Let's see. It's
Red
called
onion?
Pepperdew picante, and we'll talk about that later. Red onions, homemade ricotta, and it's finished with balsamic vinegar and fresh basil. Again, just an incredible creation. Their homemade ricotta it's almost like a sauce. It melts down.
It's very
like,
creamy.
Very creamy.
Yep, it's beautiful.
The pepperdews are really interesting. It's hot but sweet, and it's just perfect. And they
It's
do a
my
lot
favorite.
of things with it here.
They really do. When we got here, the owner treated us to a pepperdew honey with their homemade ricotta in it, and it was like a loving biteful for sure. Pepperdew peppers are just, they bring that sweet and spicy to perfection, I think. And they also make their chicken fresh. You know, it's not just canned chicken or frozen chicken. They make it every day, that fresh chicken that tops that. Makes a huge difference. Next, we had Hot Rocket Pie, $14.95. This is garlic and I think it's a garlic olive oil.
Yes.
Yeah. Sriracha sauce, mozzarella, roasted garlic, which is so sweet. I love roasted garlic. Bacon jerky. They didn't have bacon jerky today, so we had regular bacon, but hey, any kind of
The
bacon,
first time we came, they
I'm
had it.
happy. Bacon's bacon, but yeah, the first time we came, it was really good. And then when it comes out, they top it with the fresh arugula and the sliced tomato. And honestly, I love this pizza. I remember I wrote my notes and this was my favorite last time. You know, there's layers and layers of flavor. I almost like that it doesn't really have a sauce per se underneath. It's just very light. You get a lot of garlic, that first hit, and then you go from that bacon to the sriracha, very late little heat. So very, very good.
Now for those who like spicy, this one would definitely curl your hair. The Baja Fiesta Pizza, $14.95. This is a house-made chipotle sauce, mozzarella cheese, barbecue chicken, house-made chorizo, pasilla chili, yellow chili peppers. It's baked to incredible perfection. It's topped with fresh cilantro on top. Absolutely marvelous. But this is spicy. I mean, if you don't like a lot of heat, what's nice about it is the chilies. They're almost like they're roasted in the pizza oven.
They are. They do get roasted.
So you get that wonderful flavor, freshness of it. It's a delicious pizza, but it was spicy, just to warn you.
It is. And pasilla chilies have a very nice flavor. They're not too hot, but they have a nice profile. The flavor is nice. However, this is visually beautiful to look at. I thought it was very difficult to eat. The peppers are very in large pieces. It's just, I personally would rather have them smaller. It was hard to manage and hard to eat. They were falling off. It was just kind of messy.
But being professionals, we did it.
We did it. We took one for the team.
Then there's called the Whiteout Calzone. Now this is another creation, $14.95. Mozzarella cheese, white sauce with a homemade ricotta, fresh garlic, Asiago cheese, and a Parmesan cheese, folded over. This is huge. If I was a calzone, this would be about looking like me. I mean, it was that big, but it was all about cheese. It's absolutely delicious. Now they sliced it up, which I've never had before, sliced up. It was a little difficult to eat, but who cared? It was so good.
Yeah.
I would just stuck my face. No one was here. I would have stuck my face in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get in there with a fork and knife. It's hard to eat. But again, if you love cheese and you love garlic, this is the dish for you. And you can get this in a pizza as well.
Right.
You know, any of these can be a calzone or a pizza. Last but not least, dessert. You know, I can't finish. I'm sad when we finish a day without dessert. And it's a pizza place, and you know.
I want to see you talk about this one.
Okay. So, $8.50. I mean, it's a whole pizza. So they call this dessert pizza. It's pizza dough. Then they spread Nutella on it. Then they take Nestle Toll House cookie dough, spread it on there with some love. They bake it, bring it out, cut it up, put a little powdered sugar on it. And you know, and we both kind of like, at the same time, it kind of has like almost a donut-like taste to it. It's not too sweet. It's not overly heavy.
Well, the crispiness is from the cookie, actually.
Right.
But the dough kind of gets the liquid
it's
from
fluffy.
The Nutella.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hot doughy.
It really
and
is.
You get the combination of the hot doughy and the crispy.
Yeah.
And it's just pure heaven.
And of course, my mind was going with all kinds of creations that they could do. And I think a s'mores pizza cookie creation would be fabulous with the marshmallows and chunks of chocolate and even graham cracker crumbled on.
Would have done it. Just marshmallows by
great.
itself. But
So
then
many
again,
things.
It would have been so messy.
We don't care about
pure
messy.
love.
It was delicious.
So, what were some of your favorites?
Well, slide peak for sure. I love that. The flavors in that were just spot on. It's so hard to pick. I'm gonna say hot rocket pie just because it was so garlicky, and I guess the dessert pizza. Twist my arm.
That was Mine was LouEddie special. I love all the meats in it, the sausage. It just had so many different flavors
That's a perfect pizza.
and textures. I like the Peking pig, and again, I'm not a real fan of pork belly sometimes, but this is just perfect.
Yeah.
And hoisin sauce, come on,
Yum.
you get any better sauce. And I would say the Baja Fiesta pizza, it was very spicy, but had some nice flavor. And I like chilies, and this is just really good. And they have lots of beers here, including one that they brew downstairs. So, you know, beer and pizza goes together like peas and pod.
Absolutely.
Just like that.
You know, and it's very hard. Like any one of these could have been my favorite. There wasn't a dog here, so.
I agree.
Questions or suggestions for the Let's Dine Out show? Contact Alan or Tricia, or visit letsdineoutshow.com.
I'll tell you, this is an incredible experience, and they have a lot to be proud of. I mean,
Absolutely.
in the mountain resort area, normally they go for the safe route, which is plain, crappy food.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good restaurants out here, and this is one of them that really cares, that stands out.
I agree.
It's not your typical pizza restaurant or pizzeria, but it's beautiful up here.
It is.
Especially to change the seasoning, and they have some really wonderful restaurants.
They do. I would drive up here just for this pizza.
Well, folks, thanks for watching the Let's Dine Out show, and until next week, happy eating, everybody.
Let's dine out.
Welcome to another delicious edition of the Let's Dine Out Show. I'm food
Last but not least.
Salute. All right. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, Dad, you have your back to the camera. I can't see.
I can't go like this.
Sure you can. You just did it.
Closed captioning for the Let's Dine Out show provided by Holiday Cafe, your neighborhood diner with 2 locations in Ontario and Mr. D's Diner in Laverne. Ready to satisfy your hunger and budget? Let's Dine Out is made possible by support from Food for Life Baking Company, makers of over 60 organic, all-natural sprouted baked goods, as well as gluten-free and vegan products. Food for Life Baking Company, dedicated to better health since 1964. Foodforlife.com. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, providing installation, maintenance, and repair of heating and air conditioning systems for home and businesses throughout the Inland Empire. Sanborn's Air Conditioning and Heating, 5-star comfort for 4 generations. SanbornsAC.com. And viewers like you.